Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Barkanmu da sake saduwa a cikin bidiyo na biyu a sati na uku. A cikin wannan bidiyo ne za mu yi magana akan wani abu da ake kira list. Idan muka ce list, wannan ba sai an yi wani dogon bayani ba. Ana nufin list of items. Sometimes a cikin website kana buƙatar maybe kai list of items 1, 2, 3 ko kuma just dot list like that. So wannan shine abin da ake kira list. Sometimes kila a cikin website ɗinka you are trying to kind of explain a sequence of a way of doing something in a steps, maybe step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. You want to like display that instead of you coming down here and say, okay, let me comment on this one. This was from the previous class here, there. Then I can come here and do remember the comment, right? You can comment all of this so that it will not appear again. I'm through with that. We're through with that, right? So now what we need to do, we need to do H1 here, another H1. Then end of our H1 here. Then we do this list here. Or I can say HTML list. HTML list. Okay. Now what you need to do instead of that, then before we go there, we have basically two types of lists. Let me just demonstrate that in Microsoft Word like that. So we have two types of lists. Then we have lists of maybe numbers. You say number 1 type this, number 2 type this, number 3 type this, like that. This is what we call ordered list. This is order number 1, order number 2, order 3, order 4, and remaining like that. So we have also another list we call unordered list. Unordered list is a kind of list that doesn't have an order. Maybe you can use this kind of a thing, bulletin of a thing, and other things like that. In HTML, this is what we call unordered list. This one unordered list. This one ordered list, right? So how do you do lists inside your HTML? So mostly maybe some of you might start thinking of maybe because of is a list, therefore we can go ahead and do maybe 1, then I'll say below, alright, then we do break br here, then we do 2, then we can say Yusuf, then break again. Alright, so if you do this now, let's save it and see on the browser here, then refresh this page here. You see it's kind of a list, but this is not the normal way we can do a list inside of our HTML. It's very simple way. A list as depending on which one you want to use. Now there is a tag we don't need to specify this now. There is a tag we call list OL. For instance, if you're looking for ordered list, alright, let me just do a comment here. I can see a tag. Let me see, I can see OL is a tag used to create ordered list, right? So now if you come down here, you now start seeing why we need a comment, right? Okay, now if you come down, you now write OL here, then you end your OL there, right? In between the OL here is where you're going to specify the list of items you have inside your list. For the first one we did, we say there is another tag also for the items, list item. Now li, list item, li, then end your li here, then in between them you can put whatever below. Then we don't need to specify, you see, okay, number 1, number 2, number 3 automatically with the help of this tag, which will be generated automatically within the end of this list. So it will be automatically generated with the number. So if I need number 2, I will just copy this and then come down here, paste it here, enter, paste it here. Let me just say Ibrahim, then Yusuf. Alright, so if you do that, you can save it here. If you save, you come down here and refresh this page. How cool is that? It's now structured, formatted, and all, something like that. So this is what you call ordered list. If you want an unordered list, it's very simple to do also. Unordered list, we have what we call the UL. UL is used to create an unordered list. Let me add even the comment. Let me just say copy here, then place it there, then say I can say UL tag. UL is a tag used to create unordered list. Unordered list, right? So what you just need to do, you need to say unordered. UL here, it doesn't have order, right? So look at it, it's very simple to do. This one is still the same thing for all the types of lists there. Then if you come back to your browser here, then refresh this page, you see unordered list just with the dot like that. So there are a little discussion that is going on between the two. Where can you use the two, right? On my own opinion or my own understanding based on these two, where can you use them, and is that if you have a list of items that you must do one before you go for the two, that is, have a sequence of doing. For instance, if you say, okay, I want to learn programming from Caliphate Tech Solution, what are the sequence? Okay, number 1, you need to register with them. That is step number 1. Step number 2, update your account. Number 3, make registration, physical verification. Then after physical verification, then attend your physical classes, or obtain your videos online, watch videos, then attend the physical interactive class. So these are kind of things that you cannot jump from one to another. You can say, okay, I didn't do registration, but I will attend my physical classes, or I can attend my online classes. If that one is not possible to jump from one to another. So if you have that kind of scenario, that is where you use ordered list, right? That. But in a situation whereby you have a card, maybe you have a list of food stuff you want to go and buy, right? Let's see, let me come here. Let me see, okay, if this one is, let's say, banana, let's say this one is yam, let's say this one is beans, right? You save this here, you come to this place here, refresh this page. Okay, look at that. Okay, now it doesn't have any kind of thing that say you must buy banana in the market before you buy yam or before you buy beans. So that kind of things is like you can start buying yam the one is closer to you, or maybe later you buy beans and finally you buy banana, right? So this is where the scenario where we might use to this list of things like that. If you have thing that doesn't care of the ordering order, then you need your own order list. If you have a list that have care of the order, then you use order list. So this about list, but don't forget the CSS are applicable to the list. Here you can add the properties attribute of the list. You can add the height of the list, width of the list, so that you can increase the width between one element to another, margin, padding, whatever CSS you want to add it to, no problem. You can go ahead and do that. No problem, right? Okay. And I think that's all we need to show for a list, and different types of list, and then you will be able to identify which, where, and where we use the list. So if you have any questions, let's see then maybe in interactive class. Reserve it to interactive class so that we'll discuss more about that, right? Yes, that aspect. And then that's at this point you can say bye till we meet in the table class. Thank you for watching.